All right, everyone, welcome to the deep dive where we interview the top realtors here in Southern California and some of our very beloved clients, and we get an idea of what they're doing in their media and their marketing to, best serve their clients and differentiate themselves from the competition. Today, we have a very special guest, Christian Gurrola out of Modern Dwellings.
Let's go.
Christian, thank you for jumping on today. Excited to have you be the first guest.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. So
Thank you for
for
having
those
me.
of you who don't, for anybody who doesn't know who you are, Christian, can you give a quick introduction to yourself?
Yeah, my name is Christian Gurrola. I am a real estate agent here in Riverside, California, Southern California, Inland Empire. I am a fourth generation realtor, fourth generation Riversider as well. And that's pretty much myself.
Love it, love it. Christian is a great, great agent. Comes from a great, great family, and so there's nobody I'd rather have be the first guest than this guy right here. Let's just dive
It's an
straight
honor.
into it. We'll
All right.
keep it nice and sweet.
Okay.
So Christian, for you, what's one thing that you did early on in your career that really jump started your business over time?
Yeah, for me, getting into real estate, well, let me backtrack. I never wanted to get into real estate. I got my degree, finance and marketing, went to Northern Arizona University. I wanted to be a banker, a financial analyst, or an investment analyst, or asset management type job. And then that ended up not happening. I graduated during COVID. So during COVID, best job market in the world, took a dump. And then I'm like, oh, what's going on? So then I had to go home. School shut down. We didn't actually get to graduate. We graduated on paper, and then I just went home, and then I ended up working a job remote as an underwriter. Now, from there, I was getting my real estate license at the same time, and then I was working for some guy. He was actually a my statistics teacher, statistics professor. He told me to get my real estate license. Mind you, my family had been in real estate, but I didn't want to work with them. So then, as I was working as an underwriter, I was working on my real estate license, and then I kind of just forgot about it. Year later, after we refied all these people, because 2-3% interest rates at the time, I got laid off, and then I got this email, and it said your real estate courses expire tomorrow. So then I'm like, oh crap, I got to go do all this real estate stuff. So then I finished all my tests in that same day, and then applied for the test and then got my real estate license. So getting into real estate, it was never really a thing that I wanted to get into. And then actually after getting my real estate license, I was kind of 50% into it. My mom was working and we were kind of working together. Day I got my license, my friend from high school actually wanted to purchase a house. So they were my first sale actually, after, just right getting my real estate license, probably a month or two after looking. So
Wow.
I didn't really care for real estate, just being around it. And then realizing, I'm like, oh, you know what? You could actually do pretty well. So then about 3 years ago, I was like, all right, let's go all in. So that was really when I needed to say, hey, let's get down to the nitty gritty and actually treat this as a job, because a lot of people are not full-time agents. They don't treat it like a job. They treat it as a little side hustle, because everybody, I feel like in their mothers, were trying to be real estate agents. And so, that we still see that happen, but this is my livelihood, my bread and butter, and what gives me the most satisfaction and just the most heartfelt inspiration for myself and my career is just having that, making those dreams come true for people, whether they're buyers or sellers that need to relocate to their family or they have life changes. Those stories for some of those transactions really make me feel like, oh my gosh, this is why I do it. This is why I love this. It's gratifying.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. When a lot of people, especially when they first start out in the business, they kind of try this marketing tactic, try that marketing tactic, door knock, cold call, the whole nine. How do
hmm
you figure out, when something is really working for you and when you need to make a pivot?
Yeah, and that's the thing is a lot of people get into it for the money. And you can't think of it like that way. You can't chase the money or the dollar sign at the end of the day. You have to do it because number one, you believe in what you're doing is a good thing. It's the right thing. But also at the same time, we, where was I going with this? You know, this is it's a long game. Real estate is a long game. So I know I'll jump back to your last question. What really jump started the career is having those relations in Riverside. Me prior, I was always kind of personable. So having those relationships in terms of joining different networking groups, being part of, groups of the city, and just making friends with people, talking to people, trying to uplift others, helping other businesses out. Media spotlights was actually a huge thing. Those are all things that really I feel like build pillars to a business. And when you
Yeah.
build those pillars and you can create that sentiment of satisfaction for other people without coming off as, oh, this guy's just trying to sell me, that's really those building blocks to becoming successful. And that's something that obviously I still am not perfect at. Obviously at the end of the day, this is my livelihood, so I do sometimes make mistakes, but I really come off as that type of person where I don't do it for the money. I do it because I love it. I do it because I can help people, and also just, create relationships and make friends while doing it at the same time. Like every client that I've been honored to be able to help, those are my friends. Those are people who I love. I just closed on a property from just 2 days or last Friday, and I got them keys on Tuesday, and I met them at an open house a year ago, and it's like these are people that I want to invite to my house now and get dinner with. So that's why I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all centered around giving value to other people. It's not always what's my
Uh,
ROI on this. It's what can I give without expecting anything in return.
exactly. You can't expect anything in return. That was always something where I struggle with, like, why do I even do this? What am I getting out of it? But it's the long game. Like real estate is building your career for your entire life. What relations did I make 2 years ago, or what person did I help 2 years ago? And they remember that. And then maybe 2 or 3 years later, they might call you and say, "Hey, I need help," and that's where we come in.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. When it
Yeah.
comes to marketing, has there ever been like a risky marketing strategy or something you did that was like, this is a little risky, but I'm gonna give it a shot, and it paid off?
Well, I think anything in real estate is risky. It is a commission based business, so you can give up your time is money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And sorry, I got my dog in the background, but time is money at the end of the day for some people. So, one of these things that I would say everything in terms of marketing is always a risk. I actually was just watching some agents on Instagram shortly, and they said that the only reason that they got this client top dollar and multiple offers is because they had the best marketing in the world. Well, and because they only use social media. Well, that is great. You should be using social media. You should be investing your time in social media, making your own videos, having great production companies like your company who does all our photos and all of our marketing, investing, and then mailers, and then emailing, and then relations and open houses. These are all building blocks to be able to create that satisfaction or that success story for your seller. But if I was to say one big risky thing is, I don't have one risky thing, but if I was to say anything that costs more than $500, like I said, it's all a risk, but those are the bare minimums that you should be
Yeah.
doing, for people, for yourself. If you have a listing, you should be putting money into them. Your time is money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Real estate is a risk because nothing is guaranteed.
Yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
mentioned it. Time is money. And anything that costs more than $500. So that latest one of the latest videos we did for you, I would say was a risk. It was very different than what we usually did.
Yeah.
We included your dog, we included your fiance, something
Yeah.
that we've never done before. We hiked a mountain. It took us about 3.5 hours to do the shoot. Um, and that could have got 100 views on Instagram, and we would have been like, "Damn, we did all that work for nothing."
Damn, that sucks. But yeah, yeah,
but
it's all a
it
risk.
paid off.
It did pay off. I think, let me see. I think we got like over 12,000 views on that. And then, it's funny. I just had somebody text me about an hour ago. I haven't gotten back to them yet. And mind you, I haven't seen this person in over a year. We used to serve on a board together in Riverside, and she just said, I just saw your YouTube video of that property, and she sent me pictures
Nice.
of it. Yeah, and that one has, let's see, on YouTube, that video has 14,000 views as of right now.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. How do you if you, let's say you're like, you know what, I'm moving. Go to a
Mhm.
brand new market, you don't know anybody there. What would you do to become the local expert?
Oh, first off, I got to find out. I got to start walking and riding my bike around the neighborhoods, go to the best restaurants, start meeting people, start talking to people, join a pickleball club, join a gym, start talking to people, joining chamber of commerce, anything that is going to be able to connect me. Hey, I just came into town. Can you recommend me some spots or anything? That is where I would start. I was actually thinking about this the other day, and I was like, if I was to leave Riverside and just jump up and restart my business, it would be tough.
Yeah.
It would definitely take probably a year, to two to really, assert, myself and make my way into a market. And I probably wouldn't get a sale for I don't know how long. But when people use somebody or they use a real estate agent, number one, most of the time it's because they get referred. Like, oh, my mom used this person, and how was it? It was all right. But if I can just get one person to use me and build off of that and build off of that, people who have some type of network in the community to where they know a lot of people, that's all it takes.
Yep.
All it takes is one. And then you just let your personality take over. You let your I guess your education, your sense of your skills of how you can navigate real estate and how you can just serve that person to number one be superior compared to everybody else, but also give them value to where they walked away and said, that was the best thing ever. That's what I would do. Is just relationships, join a gym, join a pickleball club. How do I get you to use me? Take people out to lunch. Just be yourself at the end of the day. Earn trust, and then after trust, the dominoes fall in order.
Love that. Love that. I know one thing that every broker or every coach will tell you is stay in touch with your SOI and stay top of mind.
Yep.
How do you do that without feeling like you're annoying the people that you're around?
Yeah, and that's the hard part is because I used to be part of a coaching program where they said you need to call this per people on Monday, 10 people on Monday, 10 people on Tuesday, throughout the entire week and how they're subset in a category. And I'm like, what am I talking about? And it's it's literally just, hey, how are you? How's the family? What's going on? But it needs to come to a place where it doesn't sound robotic. Like, hey, dude, what's going on? I was just thinking about you, and I just wanted to say hi. I hope the family's well. I've got my birthday party coming up. I just wanted to invite you. Or hey, I've got an open house coming up, and I'm having a taco man. I just want to invite you. It'd be great to see your face around here.
Yeah.
Or something like, hey, I got a church group that if you don't have anything on Sundays, I'd love to be able to hang out with you and just be able to become part of the community.
Yep.
So it's got to come out of a place where it's not like, hey, Rick, how's it going? Do you want to sell your house?
Yeah.
That's the hard part because I know a lot of people that do that. And, I will say time is money, and I will, I'm going to hit on that every time. Time is money. So if you're just providing value or you have a reason to call, like something I'm really trying to do this year is events. Last year we had a probate trust seminar when we had one of our local attorneys, and 90% of people do not have their home in a trust. So that's something to say, hey, do you want to come? We've got our attorney here, come and listen, educate yourself completely free. You don't have to come. We got food, we got drinks and all that, and just come and check it out. And now you have something to talk about or to call about. So
Yep.
I'm trying to get my events going this year, and hopefully that'll create some sense of sphere of who the people are that continue to show up, and the people that continue to show up, that continue to support you. Those are the ones that you want to call and just and be thankful.
Yeah. Yeah.
for you.
One thing about you that I really like is you're not afraid to show up on camera too. And whether that's sending a quick video to somebody or posting something online, you're yourself on camera as well. So what would you say to anybody who, they're like, I want to get on camera, but I'm self-conscious or I don't know what to talk about. For one thing, reason or another,
Mm,
they find a reason not to do any videos. What would you say to that person?
just do it. I know it's so easy to say, but stop thinking about what you look like. Stop thinking about what you say, because the likelihood of more than 10 people seeing it or more than 200 people seeing it actually watching the entire thing is going to be slim.
Yeah.
But I just did this Tom Ferry YouTube coaching, and the coach was saying your YouTube videos, you should be posting 2 to 3 YouTube videos a week. But the people who do high production only post once a month, they're not the algorithm is not pushing their videos. So a lot of people aren't seeing them. But the people who are posting 2 to 3 videos a week, and I watch some of these videos and they look like, I just took it with my 1999, BlackBerry phone and just a walkthrough of a house, and they're posting 2 to 3 to 4 a week. They are getting a lot more traction, a lot more following because the algorithm's pushing it. So if you just get on the camera and just do it, and not worry about what you say and not worry about what you look like, that's going to be the best for you. Now, and this is something where I struggle with, because last year, in the beginning of this year, I've been very busy and I haven't been able to get on camera as much as I'd like to. And one thing I'm noticing is that when I get on camera and I'm talking about a certain topic, or I'm going through a certain neighborhood or anything, it trains me of what the market's doing, because I'm either doing a market update of what comps have sold in the neighborhood, what are the best restaurants, what are the best gyms. At the same time, I'm educating myself, educating others, and if I'm not doing that, I'm a big advocate of, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yep.
And I'm noticing that's starting to happen with me. So somehow I need to figure out how to delegate to be able to get on camera more, because the only time I do get on camera is, with you.
Yeah.
And, I don't post just the regular, the old iPhone. If you go back to my page 4 years ago, I did Market Monday updates. And I don't do those anymore. I probably haven't done it for a year. I haven't pushed out a newsletter since last October. So these are the little things that every agent should be doing. Is
Yeah.
don't be afraid and just do it.
And that's the thing, right? Is don't beat yourself up if you're not perfect. If you miss a little while, that doesn't
Yeah.
mean, oh, I tried it, but I
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
It's all good. It's all good at the end of the day.
Love it. Well, thank you, Christian. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. You're a busy man. It was great getting some insights from you, and we're excited to see your business continue to grow.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor. Moses is the man. If you need any productions, he's the best.
Thank you, brother. We'll see you soon. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to do this every week. So if you have anybody that you would recommend being on the show, go ahead and send us a DM. We'd love to have them on. And we will see you next week with our next guest, Kimberly Ibarra, who is killing it with new construction. We'll see you.